Alright, so I'm gonna do a video on LLC on ASX, which is the Lease group. They're a huge construction company that actually quite a few people I know work for. Anyway, today is the 8:19 p.m. That's the Southeast Asian time, and today is the 21st of December 2019, so it's almost Christmas, and most people will probably be on holidays and not trading until the new year, so it's probably not the best idea to day trade, but investing or long-term trading is okay. Anyway, let's have a look at this LLC. I'm on the 3 months right now. 3 months chart, and you can see it's been just crazy up and down sort of thing happening. You know, it's such a long-term chart. There is like a resistance coming down here, resistance line that you could draw. You could draw a little thing here, so it is getting a little bit tighter there, so we're expecting it to come down a little bit at least, maybe to test the EMAs or maybe test down the bottom here, but this is 3 months, so in 3 months anything can happen. This 3 months candle is almost gonna close. You can see it got rejected from this trend line here, and you can see the RSI is falling. And you can almost have a trend line as well, with this one coming a little bit short and not touching the RSI. Alright, so let's zoom in here. Let's zoom in on monthly. Alright, so on the monthly we just have a huge dump from 20 whatever dollars, and yeah, like a 50% dump. This must have been some crazy news that came out. There's a huge volume here as well, and now pump again, just to piss probably everyone off who acted on the news. And yeah, so 80% upwards afterwards. Now it's coming down again. So yeah, this is the monthly chart. So this is 1 month, takes ages. Today's the 21st. So, and then there's all these holidays in the month, so there's not many months to go, and it's about to close, so you can see it went down. So yeah, what else? Let's zoom in on the weekly. On the weekly you can see it came down and trying to bounce off the 21 EMA here, but it doesn't look too hopeful. I think it's gonna keep going down, but yeah, there's not too much to say. You can draw a trend line like so and expect it to bounce. At least for the first time it's gonna have a reaction if it does get there. You can see the RSI's got rejected from the 70, and it started consolidating before it started consolidating here, but yeah. Alright, so I mean we're gonna come down to oversold on the daily pretty soon, so around the price of $17, and of course we're gonna expect a bounce around the oversold levels. If we have a look on historically, well, ever since this uptrend sort of started, we haven't been oversold on the daily yet. So if we do come to oversold levels for the first time since what it was January a year ago, there is likely to be a reaction of the RSI oversold. But yeah, like, I mean, what I'm seeing is the big micro triangle here, and you know it's gonna come down. It's gonna come down to $14. It's gonna bounce off it likely, and then it's just gonna get tighter in this triangle, and it's gonna break out eventually out of it on sort of a long term, you know, something like that, and then we can expect it to break out up or down. You never know which way it's gonna break out, but you know, Lend Lease, hey, if the fundamental news, you know, if the property prices collapse in Australia, then Lend Lease is probably gonna go down as well, because likely it's gonna be oversupply of, you know, houses. Although I don't know how much Lend Lease is in the construction of houses, but either way, anyway, the technicals say it's in this huge triangle on the 3 months frame, and it's been, you know, since all-time high, which was many years ago, back in 2000. So this was the 2000 peak, which was the crash. I think there was a what do you call it, the recession back in 2000. Then back in 08 again recession. Is it time for recession here again? Who knows? But yeah, it's in this huge range right now, and you know, it's gonna, of course, it's gonna bounce along, up and down. But I would say it will come down. You know, the RSI is reducing here. You know, what am I seeing on a shorter time frame? What I'm seeing is that, so on the weekly, for example, on the weekly we're still uptrending, right? So we're uptrending, high, high, low, high, low, high. So now what we want to do, the bulls want to set a high or low higher than 1668, and then get to high. If that happens, then you know, everything is hunky-dory. The bulls are in full control, and we're gonna try to test. We're gonna test this resistance here. If that happens, if we bottom out here and then shot up, right, on the weekly. But the worry here is that the volume, the red volume is increased here on the last day. So you gotta be careful. You know, if you wanna do trade it, and you expect it to keep going uptrending on the weekly, you could try to scale in above this support of 1668, and then get out if it gets broken. And a good setup would be something like, let's say we bounce here a little bit, and then we sort of go sideways, come down maybe, and this would be a really good buy zone, because you got the trend line support and you got the support of high lows on the weekly here. And if you have a look here across, there's also a volume by price, I guess a little node, like a heavy volume node, and so there is quite a bit of support in that area if that happens. And maybe we can do the fibs. Yeah, so if we do the fibs, there's 0382 support here as well. So this could be a good buy area, and then you can sell it if it gets broken. You know, it's easy. You will find out straight away if all these supports get broken. You just get out of the trade. So so yeah, if something like that happens, then you could buy here on once again, not financial advice, LOL. And if we zoom in on the daily here, right, on the daily, you can see we've topped out, right, and then we've been downtrending. We got lower low, lower high, lower low, and then the bulls showed up and smashed to higher high, but then they got rejected hard and then went to lower low. So there's a lot of bullshit going on here. So we're downtrending on the daily. That means we have to look on the weekly, and we have to hope that the weekly holds out the uptrend. The weekly needs to hold this 1668. If you can buy close to this area here, then this could be a good trade if it bounces here and keeps going up, and then you will find out quite quickly if you're wrong. So you can get out, and then the price might be going down, and this could be the next support level here. And you can see it's the volume node again once over here, the high volume node. And if we zoom out, yeah, there's a lot of action around this area here historically. So yeah, very interesting area. So if we break this volume node here, then we're probably going down all the way here to 1340. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking. But overall, we are in this huge micro triangle for many years, since 2000. So and we are. So what is this here? Here's the. Well, yeah, it's 2020. So this is gonna take ages to play out. You know, it can play out until 2023, 2024 before it breaks out. But you can play inside of it. And see what happens. What about like lower time frames? It's actually trades. It's got good volume, so you can even like. You could even day trade this thing. What is it? The volume average is 76,000. So you do 76,000 times 18. So you got, yeah, in 5 minutes there's like, wow, there's huge volume. So you can day trade this. But anyway, we're downtrending on the daily until we change the trend to the uptrend. I'm bearish, right? It's just simple as that. We are going to get oversold on the daily, and that could be a good time to fish for the low, for the bounce. So yeah. Yeah, see, if it does get oversold soon, it will be around here at the support area, so there could be a bounce coming up. But when we bounce, all that's gonna happen is it's gonna set a lower high, because how far is it? It's 10%. So 10% is like a huge amount, right? So it's likely to bounce. Let me remove this. So it's likely to bounce and then set a lower high compared to 1974, and then you know, and then you take it from there. You know, maybe you can try to get in on a higher low and put this as your stop. This line here, and then you can hope it keeps going up. So that's my outlook on it, you know. But yeah, good area would be if you have a lot of support around here, or if you have a huge dump, like when the market opens in the next couple of days, if you have a huge dump, then you can safely buy, let's say, dumps over the next 4 or 5 days, all the way to 15, all the way to 16. You could safely buy this because there has to be a bounce, unless there's like some huge news comes out that Lease is bankrupt or whatever. There will be a bounce, but yeah. So, but the favorite area to buy would be around here. So that's it. How many minutes is that? That's 15 minutes. Let me know if you want me to do any other videos.